Good day guys and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video we are reviewing the Volvo XC40. I love, the first thing which I love about this car is the sage green color, which is an optional extra, but I think it's worth the 2.9 which you're going to be spending. And generally I feel like I won't be explaining a lot about this car because I mean, look at it, it's a Volvo. It's self-explanatory. Like, do I need to persuade you to buy a Volvo? Generally, I've noticed that people that buy Volvos already know what they're looking for in the market, and generally that's what they really go for. So I'm just going to be taking you guys through what most of these buyers are actually getting from buying this car, which is its second name. I would call it safety. So let's just jump right into it. So as I said, we have this sage green beautiful color, which catches a lot of people's attention, and we have this LED taxi technology LED lights, which are also an optional extra. We have some 20-inch diamond cut alloy rims. This is called the black edition simply because of the blackouts which we have, for example, here on the mirrors and on the top, not forgetting the panoramic sunroof. And generally the outright look of this car is just simply gorgeous as you go all around it. There are the funky looking Volvo keys. If I just lock press opener, it opens just like that, and you have such a nice boot space, which you can actually do this, not like that, which is there, and you can hang your groceries over there, which is pretty nice. And hidden space here, if you want to take out this cover, you can kind of put it under here. You have your first aid kit as standard. It should be in every car. And you also have a 12-watt charging port there. One thing I also do like is either you can press the button there, or again you can come do what I always do, press the button and it will close by itself. So generally, as you can see, the technology of Volvo has been in these cars for many years. So me talking too much about them will me just making a very short story very long. The car itself looks well. This is the B4, the front wheel drive variant. But let me take you guys on the inside. I haven't mentioned the engine figures yet. I will talk about those soon when I do a comparison. So as you hop in the inside, you get this nice plush interior, and because Volvo is from Sweden, we have these Swedish badges right here, which actually do add a bit of taste for me. And I love this crystal gear knob, which really just makes a lot of sense for me. But generally, looking at this car from the inside and the interior, there's nothing much to say, and it's perfect in every way imaginable. I did mention that we have Google Android, what is it? Google setup built into the entertainment system. Don't mind me and my fuel is very expensive, but I'll wait for it. So yeah, we have built-in Google with Apple, we have Apple CarPlay, Play Store, and quite a few things you can play with, like checking the air quality. I mean, only Volvo would do such. But listen to the startup, because this is a mild hybrid. Just listen to that. There's no loud noise when it starts, and it's simply very, very simple. So when you start it up, because it's a mild hybrid, you really don't hear that much, and it's very quiet. Coming back to the infotainment system, we have things such as air quality. I mean, only Volvo would do this. As I said, it's all about safety. We have heated seats, which you can control here on the steering wheel, and also the air conditioning system, which is a very cool system to use with different settings, but you guys really don't have to focus. Coming to my favorite feature out of everything in this car is the Harman Kardon sound system. And instead of using the normal subwoofer at the back, Volvo is using something called sound technology, which is actually over here. What is it? Air woofer. So the woofer is actually here in front, and if I come to the glove box, which is right here, you can see the subwoofer right under there. And I must say guys, the sound system on this car is super good. Very, very great quality. And talking about this car, as I said, it's very hard trying to sell you a Volvo because there's nothing wrong with it, and it's really generally just a perfect car. We also have an auxiliary charging here, fast charger type C. There's no normal USB, just type C. But generally, those are the basic things which I like about this car. And also coming price wise, let's leave that topic for some time. Instead of wasting your time when you get out of a car and you have to close everything, the sunroof at once, you can just get out, and as you walk away, you know, try and act cool. Just long press the lock button and watch everything close up, and your car is secure. So, my face is smashed in between two beautiful cars, which I love. My newly found love and my ex-lover. As I said, I've been loving this car and I love almost everything about it. I always talk about the color, but you guys have to have options. So what are your options? My best pick will be this, the Mercedes-Benz GLA200 diesel. And this is the AMG pack. You can tell it's an AMG pack simply by looking at the 20-inch blacked out rims. But let me go head to head and let's talk about the power figures. So they are both 3 liters, 2 liter turbo, 2 liter turbo diesel. This is a mild hybrid with a 48 kilowatt battery, and this produces 145 kilowatts and 300 newtons of torque. But this produces 110 kilowatts but 320 newtons of torque. Price wise, this one, when I checked the price, but it is, if you can get looking for it second hand, it might be cheaper. I found the figure of 912,000, while this is a starting price of around 817, and with the spec which I have with all the added options, total price comes to 870. So in the beginning of the video I said I don't have to convince you to buy a Volvo. Maybe I'll have to try and convince you to buy a GLA, but I mean, come on guys, which one would you pick between the two? Which way are you going towards, the Swedish or the Germans? I'm a Merc fan by heart. Most of you that have been watching my channel, you know that I pick Benz over anything every day, but the Swedish have come up with something which is actually remarkable and very comfortable and very, very, I can say a lot of things. I'm even out of words. But let's hop into the interior to show you guys the differences. This is a 2022 GLA, as you can see by the updated interior and the AMG styling in here. We have the Alcantara red stitching and the new long infotainment screen from the driver to the middle. One thing I always complain about, especially if you saw my AQA review, for the price you're paying for this car, I don't expect you to be having manually adjustable seats. That's pretty old for me, but generally the interior for this car and the ambient lighting more especially is very beautiful. But then if you compare it to what we have that side, I mean, you guys will pick for yourselves. Hence I say I don't have to convince you to buy this. I mean, welcome to Sweden, as we have this beautiful interior, electronically adjustable seats. What more do you need? So you guys should tell me what you guys really want to think. And that only has the standard system, not the Bang & Olufsen sound. We have Harman Kardon in this one. I keep on mentioning that like it's a crazy thing. What do you guys think of these? But coming over to the looks wise, this color does actually attract a lot of attention. So Volvo, the grille, we all have this nice grille Volvo has with these lights, which I actually do like, and the display which they do make when you light them up and you switch them off. The pixel technology actually does do a lot, and I really do love it. This front is very distinctive and really does say Volvo. In terms of the Mercedes, you know, as usual, we have the big Mercedes-Benz logo and the grille, just like on the, you also get this on the CLA and other variants. But one thing I do like about the brand, you get this gloss black material down here. I like to get this, I don't want to say cheap, but you get this rough material here. Coming over to the lights, we have LED high performance lights on the Mercedes-Benz, which also are very nice. I like that when you also start them up, they don't make a nice display like this one, but they also like tilt up and look at you. So generally, it's all about what your taste is and what you're looking for. Personally, for me, after having this car for a week now, as I said, I'm going to the Volvo side. I'm still a Merc fan at heart, but the Swedes, the safetyness got me. And also something I should mention to you guys. Have you ever seen a Volvo stopped by Metro cops? No. Have you ever heard someone was arrested in a Volvo? No. So if you're a criminal, I mean, you can get away with a lot if you drive this car, man. So So another thing which I do enjoy about this car is the adaptive cruise control, which allows you to keep your hands off the steering wheel and the car will drive for itself. We still have the blind spot warnings working. After a while, it will tell me to keep my hands on the steering wheel. As you can see, I just have to put my hands back and all that. So it allows you to lose a bit of focus on the road and not for too long though, and maintain its speed. But yeah, generally, as you guys can see, this is a pretty nice, neat interior. With the panoramic sunroof here, which we have. Everything about this car is just so lush. I mean, it's a Volvo. What more? Do I need to sell it to you? I mean, I generally have this concept that people that buy Volvos know what you want. Most people that buy Volvos tend to be responsible people. I think that goes along with the brand. Safety is the #1 topic when it comes to Volvo. So, I mean, it's hard selling you this car because why would you pick another car? I mean, we have BMW and Merc friends who would rather go for the X2 compared to this one, or the GLA compared to this one, but it's a Volvo. It has everything you need and more, and the brand speaks for itself. It's a very discreet yet luxury car. This car doesn't even get stopped by traffic cops. I mean, imagine if I was a criminal. I'll get away scot-free with a lot of things. I'm not saying you should be a criminal and do that. I'm just saying this car doesn't get stopped at all. Because who's gonna do crime and a Volvo? I mean, you get me? Like, come on guys. But it's a very quiet car. The mild hybrid system actually does help it a ton. And I love the gearbox. As long as you're not trying to shift very hard or driving it hard, it sounds very quiet and it is quite a smooth ride. I'm sure you guys can barely hear any noise except the road noise, which you commonly get in most of the cars. But this is a car which I would really give a high rating overall of like a 9 out of 10. But one thing I love the most is the Harman Kardon sound system. I mean, it's unbeatable. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced in any car. It's one of the best sound systems, actually, let me say I've experienced. There's a couple of Bose sound systems which can compete with it, but generally I would say this is one of the best. 10 out of 10. Truly 10 out of 10. With the interior that you have in this color. So guys, as I always say, if you guys are looking to buy or sell your car, visit my friends at Midmark Motors. For quality, reliability and peace of mind, you'll get yourself a great deal on a used or a brand new car. And I mean, they never buy just any car. They buy cars which they make sure that will last you for the long run and you won't come back complaining about any faults. It's not the other guys, which name I won't mention. They always vet their cars and make sure these cars are perfect for you. And even though it's secondhand, you feel like it's brand new.